إيمان وايلة أكسيدنت اتنرابة ناشة ليطي متبصل طاقة شكلي. اتلا نسيانة بدانا كيسس ات انجري لو و بيالباية قريمخ. إن آتن ينكل بتت بيتا خزموخن يطانة اتلوخن بوقارة مخبرون المنيان التلفون 8 أربع شوا وشو 8 تري وشو 5 خا يعني توكن بيت injuryrights.com شمي إلى توني كالاغراكس كيام زمن لشان خلية يما.
شمانه و پرجان مغبش شلامات رايم اليوم خبوي قارا قبلن بشورا ياخشي بين امرن بخليطني للرابا خا تكنيكال بروبلم اتوا من ارخت اقارة الدياني كارن بوس اللمسي ولا وراوا اينا مصيلا بيورخات بريش جوربلان قد هويا اميني اديوم الى خرزة رابا بريشا بدزوتا تمر بليلة تخملنا قد انقيتها اديوم اها خرزة بايش مريزة وبلطخ بداية اهول ايكنايوتا اتويلا سيدني استراليا بوندي اتاك بدايتهم قتلت 15 من دن خداي دي وجميع الداها جميعتها اديانة هنقا وحد خاهور بوايا لاخشي بين مرنوخن اها خرزة فيش المريوزة رابب جلدوتا واديوم بين مدين نوخن قد قداها خرزة بدزوتا مغزيلا بالشورايا داخي النقاطولة خاينة وبقطالة ناشئ إديوم بشامي وقت صاد إشتغل شارخ وإشتو شارك شوريلا بخلط رابا قلتا بطلابخ من كلوخن هل بد خرزة بدها بلشانة إنجلس نايا إديوم وجاو داي إنجلس سبب أرخن ديلا خا برسبتا رابط ديتا و بتمضينا قديوخن خرطة إينا قد خرطة خك مناشي إطليطي إنجلس وجو أطروات بريش آها خرزة ديل بيش خبي أرخد شميرا ميديا هاي باسم ترابا قد مريم شملتا خاتم بأمتا مصيلة مريزة وقد قزة إذا خرزة آتي الإيتوتا وأخونا بأمتا يقرأ فريدريك دومانت إلخا أخونا مع جبانا إد بيورخاتي بريش مصيلا إد يهاوة خلهاوة هربيضا أنت بروبليم إدها كارن بوس الشاري والي بيورخ التلفون إد ويلا أميني وأخشي بين أمرنا خن قد بتهاوخ جو خاصة أضرب جربخ أها خرزة فرقخ خرزة ربا بريشة ودي لنايا مغزيت كليتا أم دن خرواتا وبنون أطرة كله أطرة بيانة أستراليا بنون أطرة كله إنا جو خا أجست ربا يقرطها والدنيا كل الدنيا مردنتا أطروات يوروبا أمريكا نيوزيلند وكل جيبان خينة اتلو اي مردوتا واي رعشتا بدزوتا إنا يخاهو ليكنايوتا لا راحت قوة هذا بغزايخ أخنا أخ أطوراي أن انقيتلا قد أخنا جي بلطخ مغزيخ كليتن ودرقلوتن لها أوادا بزوتا لا قبيلة اليوم كسلانجو سيدني استراليا إلى طلوشيبا صارت اشتغل شارخ واشتو شارك إلى إديوم إلى إشتصر بكانون قاما يعني إشتصر بيرخ تريستر ديسمبر شي تتعرفوا إسري خمشة بهي وين كلهم شقيتون فايدة ويترانا من مريزيات وقرقسيات إدويدي وخدا خرزة جاروب يوم خدشة مليزن قد ماطخ الدايدانا الدي تلقالا إينا هدية بين بي خاي قارة رابا قد قبل إنه أرخيني ودخم الضيلي قبل إنه بليشانا إنجسنايا خرز بتاب بليشانا إنجسنايا إنا هربيض أنت من دانا لدانا بتجربن أنا خيكمة من خبرانة كارن بوس دامرالو قديني وهل الدكتور شي قد بدي من أهم سما بتمضي نقاط أخرى إديوم جدها خرزة إلى أمان دكتور مريم جوزيف تويا منيني إلى من Syrian Australian National League مدبرنتا إديو وكارن بوس جي إلى خبر سبطة رابطيتا من Christian Faith and Freedom قد إلى خاوطة ولن إسريشن إتلن بالاتوتا بيو وتلا رابا لوبي قات وراي ورابا هو يرتلقى ريفيوجيز ورابا هو يرتلقى كريستيانوتا وإلى آوتا يو حكمة قد بيتلا خيرانتا وسلنتا أمتا أطوريتا بدزوتا قبت هذا غزين الرابا أنا نقيتلا وإلى خاورتا رابا وياز رابا الأوديات إتوداي وأوديات تشلة وبريشايت إلى يعني برات الداها أطرا وإلى من جنس الداها أطرا أستراليا قبل هذا غزين الرابع أنا قتل الدبير عشته جشقته غزيته وتخمنته بس دايا أهول مضي على قدياني. Well, ladies, it's an honor to have you on our program. We are running a bit late. We had some technical problems, but all beside, we managed somehow to run this show. Look, this is a very special show. To all our listeners that they're listening on this wonderful program and very well known program, Shamiran Media. It's broadcast actually from United States. We thank our dear friend Frederick Duman that he does the impossible actually, and he's an amazing man, and we really love him. For years that he has contributed his time and efforts and everything just to run all these shows and keep Assyrians worldwide connected. And today, once again, he's doing his best, and he will do as always to help us tonight run the program. He's the producer of this program. Thank you, Frederick Doman. On behalf of myself, Doctor, and also Karen Bos. Look, Karen, it gives me an honor to welcome you on behalf of myself as host of this program, and we are a friend of many, many years. We know each other very well. It gives me an honor to welcome you to our program. Also with us, we have actually Dr. Mariam Joseph that you have met her earlier, and you know her very well, and we will together run this special program. Is the tragic event that had happened, which is called actually the Bondi attack. It's well known worldwide, the Bondi attack, the terror attack, and took a life of 15 innocent people, and father and son, which is one of them was killed. The father is being killed, and the son is injured, and he's of course under arrest. Look, Karen, as Karen Bos, well known, friend of the Assyrians, friend of the Jews, and friend of everyone, a real Christian lady, that she has contributed so much to the Australian society and to the Assyrian community, and in particular when it comes to the refugees and persecuted Christians of Middle East. You have always been there for us, lobbying in the parliament, and also your contribution, even financially. You have actually donated a big money actually for the refugees of Syria and Lebanon to help the refugees arrive to this wonderful country of ours, a home. Australia is our beautiful home, and as refugees or people who migrated to this country, I think they should be very proud of Australia, the freedom, democracy, new life, and a wonderful country in the world. Not a wonderful country. I believe that it is the best country in the world, and we love the country. Karen, I would like to welcome to this program once again. And can you tell us a bit about yourself and the organization, the Christian Faith and Freedom, and your role in that organization, please?
Well, thank you so much, David. My name is Karen Bos, and I have the honour of being the National Director of Christian Faith and Freedom, which was formed in Canberra to provide advocacy, aid, and prayer for persecuted Christians around the world. Genesis is in Zurich, in Switzerland, with the formation of Christian Solidarity International, and we're also closely associated with an offshoot, which is Christian Solidarity Worldwide in the United Kingdom. Our ministry was formed to be like a Mordecai Esther ministry, listening loudly to the cries of persecuted Christians in many parts of the world, and giving thanks for those who have feet on the ground in very dangerous places and are able to relay the situation that a lot of Christians are facing, and it is increasing. And the Esther part of our ministry is to take that verified information and present it wherever we can to members of Parliament. We write submissions by invitation usually, and it has included a submission to the UN on issues relating to human rights in general, but Christians in particular. And I've been involved in this ministry for about 20 years. It was founded by Jan and David Walkup, who were called by the Lord to leave their home in Adelaide and establish themselves with no money, very little support, but a great deal of faith.
You have internet problem. Karen,
Sorry,
yeah.
David. And I just want to thank David
Karen,
very
you have
much.
internet problem. I think can we, Frederick, take the camera and also welcome enemy? Frederick John?
No, I think it's back now.
I think she freezed.
Oh.
Yeah, I think she had to just out and in again. Hello, Frederick.
David, I can hear Karen clear. I can hear Karen clearly. Yeah.
Oh, well, is it me then, or is it
you? It's you, David.
I can see
is
myself.
it me? And
yes, it's David.
Yeah,
you froze. We are online anyway, so you froze, David.
oh,
Karen
I froze.
was
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Karen
can you
was
take
doing-
over until I refresh it or something? Yeah.
Yep. Karen, you keep probably talking.
I'm not
If
sure.
if she hasn't,
You don't want me to start again. You just want me to keep going.
Keep going, yeah. Yes.
So, Christian Faith and Freedom's ministry has always included an awareness of the ideologies which influence human behavior, especially those which validate persecution. We are very mindful of Jesus' challenge to Saul on the road to Damascus when he said, "Why are you persecuting me? Acts 9:4. And that is very relevant to the contemporary challenges that Christians face increasingly in Western nations, as the ideologies that have historically been hostile to Christianity are being imported through migrants into Western nations. And very few Western countries, we have welcomed people with open arms. I don't think we can be rationally accused of racism. Islam and Marxism and Hinduism are not races, they're ideologies, and they embrace people from many different ethnicities, as Australia has. But we have to be aware of the problems that have arisen, and we are acutely aware of the tragedy that unfolded on Bondi Beach. And we all feel this acutely throughout the country. I feel it most deeply because this is a beach where I spent my childhood. And with a lot of my friends, many of whom are Jewish, and they have some of the children of Holocaust survivors, and I love them dearly. And we've been friends for more years than we're probably willing to fess up to, but we were at primary school together. And I love them dearly, and we'll have the great pleasure of celebrating Hanukkah at the Great Synagogue with both David and you, Mariam, on Thursday. And security will be tight, but our spirits will be high. We will link arms and stand with loving solidarity around Australia's Jewish citizens, our brothers and sisters, to whom we owe a very great debt of gratitude. Everything we have, including our faith and the Judeo-Christian ethics on which this nation was founded, and international human rights covenants have been based. And we honour them, particularly for the heroic battle for freedom that the IDF have been fighting for over 2.5 years. We don't believe that it is completely over, but we marvel at God's work through the courage, the heroism, the perseverance, the determination of the Jewish people, acknowledging, as Amir Memon, their ambassador to Australia, has reminded us, Israel is fighting for Western civilization, and we must stand in solidarity with them. So God bless you. Thank you for this initiative. It's a joy and a privilege to be with you. And I look forward to the rest of the program and contributing whenever you give me a lead.
Yeah. Well, I hope Hadiana okay لقالي. Is it okay? Can you hear me, everybody? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good. Look, thank you. Thank you, Karen. Doctor, look, it's an honor to welcome you to Dr. Mariam Joseph. We had many programs being all run actually by the Assyrian language, but today it's an honor to have actually Karen Bos with us. So we'll run it in English, and also then will be a bit of translation in regards actually of the situation that occurred, as we mentioned it earlier. It calls Bondi attack, the terror attack. Doctor, welcome to our program. It's an honor to have you too, as president of the Assyrian National League, and it's an honor to have you with Karen Bos. Well, it's a very special program, and this program, we are all actually worried about the situation and about the terror in Sydney. Once again, we are going through sorrow, and we're going through all this problem that we are facing in Australia. The whole world is worried about this tragedy and about this problem. Doctor, can you just say a few words in English to the listeners? And can you also introduce yourself, please?
Thank you very much, David. Hello, everyone. Thank you, David, for this opportunity. And I would like myself to welcome Karen. We are very lucky to have her working with us, or we working with her. I'd like to thank, sincere thanks to Shamiran Media, Mariam Shimelta, Frederick Duman, sponsors, and everyone who contributes. And want to say hello to the whole world. On those days, and like everyone heard about the Bondi attack, it was quite shocking to everyone. And I think everyone is trying to recover from what we've seen live happening in front of our eyes. We shouldn't forget that we all have been through so many wars and traumas, and these events like this triggers our past traumas, and we need really to stand together in solidarity to support each other. We mourn the lives that it's been lost and stand in solidarity with all those affected. And we want to pass this message that violence will never overcome unity and humanity. We are here as one nation, and we are here to support each other and to have a safer and more united Australia. And in situations like this, we stand together, we unite and become stronger. These are the events where it makes us stronger, and we need to work together for creating a safer Australia. We are all one. Attacks on one community or one person, it's an attack on all of us Australian, and we should be united more than ever.
Yes.
Thank you, Doctor. Doctor, look, we know that hello, I think I am the one who jammed, or
Today is you, David. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. I think it's I'm clear probably, and Karen is clear. What we're gonna do, I thought of during these events, and I think David will come and ask us some question, and we don't want to waste much time. But probably I thought events like this, it can create lots of traumas and flashbacks to all of us, and the question is really what we have to talk around these events when these things happen. And the first thing that we all have to acknowledge is the emotions that we all go through, the emotions of fear, emotions of shock, grief, anger. And it's okay to go through these emotions because it's a normal reaction to a very big stress or an event that it's quite shocking and probably has not happened in Australia before. On a beach, people going and celebrating certain events and having good time with their families, and all of this to happen on this land, it's not heard of probably, and people have not experienced here. While probably lots of us from Middle East, we've been through wars, so maybe we have some maybe we've seen these things, but I know it's hard on everyone. Any event like that, it's hard on everyone, probably harder than people who've never experienced these things. So what do we have to do really? We need to talk about our emotions, and it's okay. Don't feel bad. You need to talk about emotions, and it's normal to feel shaken in this situation. But what we have to do then, we need to really stay we need to emphasize the solidarity and sense of community. And we have to tell people we are here for each other. We support you. We understand that you're going through various emotions. We're here to support you, and we are with you. So this is very important. And the other thing is really we we would honor, and we honoring the victims, the injured, the responders. We have to really appreciate all the hard work that it's going behind the scene in people, like including hospitals, health professionals, police, and everyone who helped. And we've heard heroic stories about, yes, it was what we've seen. It was terrible and ugly, but at the same time, I can give probably the name of the person how he tackled the terrorist guy, and then he took his weapon. And you know what was amazing? That he didn't shoot at him, and he didn't shoot at him. He didn't kill him, and he threw the weapon on. He threw it on the floor. And amazing, this person, Ahmed Al Ahmed, who is an Australian citizen. I believe he's from Syria. He's been here since 2006, and I think he runs a fruit shop. And how he was so brave, and in that moment he didn't think about himself, and how he sacrificed his life, and actually he was going to sacrifice his life, but he didn't think about it. And we always, in these situation, we hear heroic stories, and what he's done, it's amazing. And we all talking about, this guy needs really a medal for saving so many lives, and we are proud of him. We are saying to everyone, look, in situations like this, there are always, we can see those stories of hope, and people make us love life and want to continue and appreciate each other and respect, and see those sacrifices that some people give. And it's not just him, also there are other people. I've heard that some people tried to tackle the gunmen, but they were gunned down, and they were and they were killed, unfortunately. Our heart goes out, and thoughts and prayers with their families and the loved ones. So far, I think 15 people passed away, and there was also plus one child, 10 years old. We say they may rest it in eternal peace, and our hearts, goes out for their families. And you're not forgetting. We are feeling every pain that you're going through. We are here for everyone, and we need to keep stronger and united and support each other. And we can see the beautiful community support at Bondi, showing their love and appreciation, and their respect for their lives. So this is a beautiful thing. Karen, what do you want to say about what you're seeing in our community?
I'm sorry, me? Well, I'm just looking at emails that are coming from around the world, full of compassion. I think it's almost it's a loss of innocence of Australia in a way. We've had a couple of attacks before, but nothing of this magnitude. And I think that most people associate Australia with peace, prosperity, wide open spaces and wide open hearts and open arms for people from many parts of the world. And I think this is a grim awakening. And so many people are really shocked. And of course, in Israel, there has been quite a strong reaction naturally. They are grief stricken, they've been traumatized themselves. Of course, they've had October the 7th. Now we have December the 14th. And I think it's opening some very raw wounds for many, many people. And the death toll is horrific. We can quantify that and the number of critically injured, but we cannot ever quantify the grief that is felt not only now but into the future. The parents who lost their 10-year-old daughter, and loved ones, and senior members, loved members of the Jewish community, and who were at a beautiful beach celebrating the festival of light, coming just before Christmas. It is such a harbinger of joy and God's blessing with us and light overcoming darkness. And all of that darkness was visited on innocent people. And it's destroyed the lives of the assailants as well. So I had them amongst the casualties. But the question must remain, why? And what could have been done to prevent it? What drove those two men to such a state of hatred? What are the influences in their lives that destroyed them ultimately? The death and disaster that has come upon us all. And we have got to stop euphemizing about it. We've got to find the intellectual integrity to pursue the truth and the moral courage to uphold it everywhere, in our parliaments, in our media, in academia, in science, in law, wherever human beings are. They will flourish when the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth is pursued and told and lived out. This
Yeah.
is the oath that people take in courts of law, because justice and freedom depend on the truth. And the
Yeah.
one whose arrival on this earth we are about to celebrate, who is the way, the truth, and the
Yeah.
life.
Thank you, Karen Bos. Look, I had a bit of problems, so I had to just reconnect again. I'm so sorry. There is some technical problems today. Somehow, I don't know. I think it's just a bit unlucky today. But look, we'll continue anyway. Nothing will stop actually us. We, the Australian, are brave anyway. No terror, no one in this world can stop us actually from
Excuse me, I
any
will be back.
activities, from any action. Yes, for sure. Just get your glass of water. Um, well, I just want to let everyone know. Well, Doctor, I know that you have written a letter and showing our sadness and also condolences to the New South Wales Jewish Board of Deputies, and that will be actually then to social media. But I think it will be great if that letter can be read and also will be screened. People can read it and can see it. Is there any possibilities, Doctor, or are you ready for that?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So I'll read it. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the New South Wales Jewish Board of Deputies, dear colleagues, on the behalf of the Australian National League, representing Assyrian Australian Medical Association, Assyrian Australian Law Association, Assyrian Australian Human Rights Association, Assyrian Australian Forum for Strategic Studies, Athri Assyrian Centre, and Lamaso Art Association, the Assyrian Australian National League is deeply saddened and profoundly disturbed by the shocking anti Semitic attack that occurred yesterday when two offenders opened fire at a Jewish community event at Bondi Beach. Our thoughts and prayers are first and foremost with the victims, their families, and the wider Jewish community. We extend our deepest condolences to all those affected. While words can never fully convey the depth of such loss, we stand in solidarity with the grieving families and acknowledge the immense pain and trauma this act has caused. Moments like these remind us of the fragility of life and the importance of holding our loved ones close. Acts of hatred and violence challenge the very foundations of our society. They rightly provoke outrage and demand reflection. However, they must also strengthen our collective resolve to build a society that is inclusive, compassionate, and united. New South Wales and Australia as a whole must remain a place where diversity is respected and valued, and where hatred, division, and extremist ideologies are firmly rejected. We acknowledge and sincerely thank all those who responded to the tragedy and continue to support the affected communities, including police, paramedics, doctors, nurses, and emergency service personnel. Their professionalism and courage, selflessness in the face of such horror deserve our utmost respect and gratitude. This is a time for all communities to stand together. We call on everyone to respond with empathy, care, and generosity rather than anger or retaliation. Let us support one another, be mindful in other words and actions, and remain attentive to the ongoing impacts of trauma which may surface in the days and weeks ahead. The Assyrian Australian National League, together with its affiliated organizations listed above, reaffirms its unwavering commitment to peace, mutual respect, and solidarity with all communities affected by hatred and violence. Together, we must stand against anti Semitism and all forms of racism and work towards a safer, more united societies for all. That was signed by myself.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. God bless you. Actually, if I could be allowed, just to say a few words, actually. Karen, it's good to see you back. We had a letter that Dr.
Yes, I
Mariam.
was listening to it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. You're listening to it. Yeah. Well, I would like just to say a few words actually in Assyrian, because I would like to translate some of the things that has said by you and Doctor, because we have so many listeners from back home, from so many countries that the Assyrians actually, they are there, part of the Europe, a part of the actually Eastern European countries like Armenia, Georgia, and many other parts of that Eastern European countries. So I need them to understand actually why we are gathered here together, and what we are talking about and what we are saying, and how in solidarity we are standing with our friends Jewish. So I'll just do a bit of explanation and then I'll get back to you guys. شمانة وبرجان مغبة مكلي كتيتم بغزايان بخليطن يلان قد حكمة القالقة مهاويلا إن مصيلا مدرقة أورق هاوخ أموخن قدها خرزة إلى أميني كارن بوس إلى يو كامبرا إلى خا أوطا رابضيتا وهيرنتا من خا شتاسة كريستيانوتا قد إلى يقار إلى كريستيان فيث فريدم، يعني تهمني بخيروتا وأزادوتا وهربيلنتا هيمانوتا وإلى خشتاسة قد هير الرابقة أتوراي وكلي لأما أمت مشخطوتا أتوراي بدانت سوريا ولبنان وجبان خينة دينوية وكتوتا لرابا أجريات يورقة حكمة قد هير ومورقة أتوراي سبخشاوة وغزيتيوة ومن إسريشن بالخانة منه غزيتة لا أتوراي كما مهمنا لابد هذا بيوا هم شكتوتا لا قد كمت ماسيتون موريتون آتوراي كرسياني دينا بياش ظليمو وتزيقو مدنخا مثل أني إنا خكمناشي بتهاوي مارا لداها أطرا ولي ودي خاينوتا لداها أطرا سبلختلا منيني إسريشن وغزيتلا بالخانة وهيمانوتا وشاريروتا جاويني قبل هذا خيديوم تيتلا خشنتلا رابا وبكلايلا وهمزوملا ومقوخلا قد كما أجسطلا بدايونخا اتويلة قطلة 15 هداي وقرب الزودة من RPG وبرنداري وهوسبيتالة تري برسوبة قتلينا من أفغانستان وإينا من جنسا أنايا وهربيلا تا بيمانوتا مسلمانة وبمارنا قد يمندويقينا وخزينا إيوا آتا آيسس مني وأطنابل وإشتا توب مني وهد خبابة برونا مخاينا قالنا هداي قيو مقامة يزويا خدية أخاخنا نتلن إيدا أني قاري لهانقا قد جميوا جو بوندي بيتش زيوخة وهد خدينا بخطابة بيها دكتور مريم جوزيف قريلة الأجرت دي لبشت شدرتا قا جوش بورو دبيوتيس إلى أوشو تاسا بجدي أو يورا يوني سات ويلسد هدايوتا وخلانا وتطلع رابع الصورة ورابع جاي يشدين الله أودياته وخيشخ بشنو بليخخ من أوضة خاملت مردنتا خاملت متنتت إقارة خاملت هيرنتا سندنتا ادويتلا وكلي أنا رابع كليات خلان منيني وبتيخ أنا رابع تراني جور قاتيني وهيرني نجرابة أهولت إطماط الرابع درجة الله أتهاو خيران قومتيني يدنا هولت إكنيات مدن خدي لبيتها قبوت هذا إديوم أخنا كليتن رابع أنا نقيته لقد من ده أمتا ديلا بدزوتا يو أجستا وخشة وجنجارة سب لما يشيتن بلكت خيمات أب الليني أمدي بلاد خبتها وسب اللي يطخ ويا ليو مدنخة ينا لتفالن سباتا قدنا أطروات فأجرت دكتور مريم مخزوية لا كليتا وسنتا وكليت الدرقل اتدخى أوادا ديلا بشقالة شوبها وبخشاوي وقت ليلة دوس وماري وخ بشامي وخ وبخشي وخ وأخلن أخ آتوراي إيوخ من نوخن وبكلاي وخ من نوخن ودرقل دعوادا صواني وخ ومتوية لرابا أهولطو إيكنياتي كل دي لمتتيجي ده كتابة وشدوت لقاتي قد مغزيخ أخنا أخدا أمتا مردنتا ومارطش إيتا جبرتا قد إتلن تخمنياتي إتلن الشقياتي قد ناشاية ليلة دوس وليلة ناشيتا قد خناشا جو هكل الدية جو سنقك مبقوينا ومعقودنا وبدراينا نوربية جو مطنبيلي جو بصص جو كل كتل بغزاينا أجزينا بتواتي كل بياشنا مخي الشيرة ومقدي وأجزي جو دوكاني بلاطنا بيزلوتها بلاطنا جو كل كتامة وين السكيورتي أخت أمرد إينا جو خدصة وقضاء أطرى ديمقراطية وخيرة وكرسيانة ودية جو كل الدنيا إينا غزيمون خيل الدية من خدش بزيادة لي كما خراوة بعدنا قبل هذا أخنا مدزوتي كلن خشانة وخ الله أهول وجارد كالخ وتخمنخ وسندخ وبلخخ درقل رهيوايوتا إلى مقدنتا سب إديوم إلى الداني قد متويا الله قد أوي مخينة متويا الخينة إجا وأختي بيري مدينوخن كريوتا قد آزخ مدري على همزميات خينة دكتور هيد باسم ترابا اكتاب الدياخ my apology, Karen. I had to just do a bit of actually translation in Assyrian what you had said and what Doctor she has read the letter, the important letter that has been sent actually to the Jewish Board of Deputies and showing our solidarity and standing with them at this very sad time. Look, what we've seen is unacceptable, un-Australian, in this freedom and democracy that the country that has given us, we just deny what happened. We are against what happened. We are against such a terror, not in Australia, in anywhere in the world, especially in this Western society, that they're all suffering. It happened in Europe, it happened in America, it's happening in Australia, it's happening in New Zealand, and it's happening everywhere. We are against it, and we will stand against it. We will stand with our friends, the Jewish community. We will tell them that you are not on your own, you have friends here, and you have Australians behind you. The true Australians are all with the community, and they are against the terror. And I believe that all saddened to whoever you speak and discuss this issue, they are saying it's a sickening, it's unacceptable, un-Australian. So really, it's really sad. It's a sad time, but this is the time that we should stand together, help each other, and be there for each other. Look, before we actually take a short break, but during this short break, it's very important that the terror that happened today here, it happened many years ago in America, and it's called actually 9/11. And 9/11, it's a big tragedy. It's never will be forgotten. So during this break, Frederick Duman, I think he has arranged to show us actually something about that incident, again by terrorists that they had attacked USA. And after the break, we'll come back. Frederick?
إيمان وايلة أكسيدنت اتنرابة ناشة ليطي مدبال سلطة قد شكلي. اتلا نسيانة بدانة كيسس ات انجري لو و بيالباية قريمخ. إن آتن ينكل بتت بيتا خزموخن يطانة اتلوخن بوقارة مخبرون المنيان التلفون 8 أربع شوا وچو 8 تري وچو 5 خائشتا يعني توكن بيت injuryrights.com. شمي إلى توني كالوغراكس كي يمزمن لشان خلية يما.
We have a very tragic alert for you right now. An incredible plane crash into the World Trade Center here at the lower tip of Manhattan.
When the night seems to say
there's a massive gaping hole.
All is lost, gone away.
It's just unbelievable to look at.
But I know I'm not alone. By the light, she stands. There she waves, faithful friend, shimmering stars, westward wind, show the way, carry me to the place she stands. Just when you think it might be over,
there was another one.
just when you think the fight is gone,
Another plane just flew into the second tower.
life to raise her.
This is ridiculous. Please stop jumping.
There she stands. There she flies. Clear blue sky reminds us with red.
Another explosion that has taken place at the Pentagon.
Washed in white by the brave in this dream she stands. When evil calls itself a martyr,
United 93, Cleveland, do you still hear the center?
when all your hopes come crashing down,
United 93, do you still hear Cleveland?
someone will pull her from the rubble. There she stands. We've seen her flying, torn and tattered. We've seen her stand the test of time. And through it all, the fools have fallen. There she stands.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
By the dawns,
And the people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
and through the fight, she stands.
This is the act of terror. This is what terrorism does. So that's why we have to stand together, work together, help each other, and stop these terrorist attacks, because they're not actually killing people, but they leaving scars actually in the people's head for many, many years. Look, it was nearly 20 years ago, the 9/11, but we're still remembering. They still celebrate the day. People are still saddened. They have lost so many loved ones. And today, it will go for a long, long time. So that's why we have to stand together. Karen, what's your last words actually for this tragedy, and how you see this situation, and how these people you think can heal? What we should do to help this Jewish community in this tragedy? Hello, Karen. I think you're. Is she freezing or yeah? Doctor, are you okay?
I think
Yeah.
she's freezing. Yeah, she froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor, I think I have a question for you. Really, let me just sorry. I hope she'll be okay, or somehow she had to refresh the. It's a problem today anyway. I don't know somehow. أخشي دكتور أهابو قارا إلى قدية أخكت هدية كان الليلة منيني إن أبو قارا إلى قاتا أخمال after such a traumatic incident, what should people be focusing on talking about? Khatamara, what advice would you give people to help them recover emotionally in the attempt of the event?
رابط سبايسو همزة مخلبة إنجلس ليلا.
فوالا مو من اخ اي هديه لك خاينه انا بخش من هر بيد بانجلس وخدش شي بلشان الدقانا يا
So من دي قمايا من ديانة همزة مخلون إلى مرة الناشا ياور برخش بريشة so إلى زدوتا إلى كربتا إلى سقطتا إلى شوك يعني ناشا لا يطمويلس so إتلن fear إتلن anxiety anger and emotions. It's okay to go through these emotions. So it's okay إحنا أو من دياني رشخلون because that's normal human reaction. ناشدان خزخ من دي هوا in shock صدمة هاويلة and من دياني ياور بي and it's okay to talk about them and it's okay to go through these emotions. أي خمندي أو من دي خينا إلى while we go through these events open ديق بصدايو بكرابة وبسقادة وأيام جارك هاويلا a sense of community and we need to be together يعني support each other يعني ناشا خاسانت أخينا يا ولبا قد أخينا أمر it's okay إحنا نقبا خان براش دوا من ديانا we're here for you talk to me let me know how I can help people go through the different emotions أختي أمرخ and it depends on their mental resilience حكمة people they go through it okay some people they can't cope they may have flashback they may go through nightmares so when stress gets too much you need to seek you talk to people that you trust but if that's still ongoing problem and you can't go through it you need to talk to health professionals يعني جارك ازت من ناشة اتلون اختصاص بتاعها من دي يعطي دخم زمي psychologist or psychiatrist just to go through the emotions because you don't want the emotion to build up and then it can get to depression or other mental health problems. The other thing, Ila, it's good to support the community and people who are going through, whether they're victims, whether they're families, we need big support to their families, psychological, financial. We have to support people who've been through this and the communities as well. So we have to show our respect and support for a while. And again, every community, every person will have different needs, but we have to support and we have to see what they need and how we can help, whether it's psychological or through other means. The other thing is, we need to, we can get angry, but we have to know that that anger will not change to hatred or retaliation. That's the worst thing we can do. Sometimes with emotions, our emotions boil and then we can start doing silly things and crazy things. We don't want to do that. So we need to really calm down, talk to each other, say how we can feel about it and then help each other. During those moments or those events, mental health is very important to look after. So we can talk to each other, we can talk to people we trust, we can talk to health professionals and support each other. That's number one. Number two, there are people who are more vulnerable, like children. They can't comprehend, fathom what's happening around them. So we need simply sit and talk to them and then explain what happened. But that doesn't mean that that this is the end of the world. We say we are safe. There are people. There are police are taking care of that. We're going to be okay. We have to give them that assurance that everything will be fine, because some people may think that this is going to happen every day, and it's not. Especially vulnerable people and people who had past traumas that can trigger their previous stresses and traumas, and that can cause lots of nightmares. So this is why we need to, everyone will deal with it differently. Even in one family, everyone deal with that differently. So we need to really to support them, see what's happening, whether they need to see a psychologist, they see the doctor to talk about. The other thing, Ila, to minimize those negative impacts, if you can't listen to these negative news every day, try to minimize it. Don't go on social media and listen to all these again and again and again, because that will create some maybe unsafe environment for you, or you will feel very threatened or anxious. You may not be able to sleep. Minimize your response and or watching all these videos. And try to listen to happy music, happy songs. This is very important. And also we need to follow the right sources of information. We don't want to follow the misinformation, which can create more anxiety and fear in the community. So قارك لرا بشمغ negative news around نوايا كديوم يصير أربصة أطقيومة شوقخ شولان أختي أتو خزخ TV وأختي هاك بشماي أن بتويات دالم problems رابا mental health issues تاويلا. So بشمايخ مارخ اوكي او غزيرا خرت ازخ الخيوتن ازخ او خيوتن بلطخ جوجخ او exercise شمبخ مرياتي. We need that break, otherwise تهاويلان رابا problems and we're not going to solve anything. بضايد دخي او من دخينا الى مختمرا look after each other, go on with your life, and look after the most vulnerable people, your family ديوخن in different ways, and seek health professional advice when آتي لتم صاي مارد أو مندي أو ناشا بغزايت أو جزء رابا بدوا مندي إلى رابا أنا نقيت أختي مران لبيخ أو هاوي شخلب السنيتا وهمزمتا وهذا trouble من different groups أي لها يرالم إتش مندي كل مندي قارك أو دخلب هنانوتا بتحكيموتا بتحكمة. We need to be wise how to deal even with those events. وأي إلى skills نيخا قارك لبخلا وإحنا نقارك همزمخ باقة كله قد hold on, calm down. لا همزموا الرابع من ديانة غلطة قد بش مخيميتون آها مثلا آها أهوى اللي هو يصباي خرطة بتاعتي من ديانة خينا بريشان سو قارك يطخ أو من ديوايلة هاوخ أقل دارة دخ يطخ كو أدخى من دي مو أودخ مو إلى next step بقرخ إن لق بداية مو أودخ بقرخ ناشخ خينا it's okay همزمخ بلطخ لمن دي من قلبن يعني قارك هاوخ هشر دخ همزمخ مو أودخ لما شي ترى اتناشة تخمنت ديين مو خدية ليلروي خرابة. So أن ناشي بلكت آزي أودي من ديان stupid. So we have to be careful من ماني همزومك دخي همزومة أو ناشي كميلة برميتو قد لأون آزل جانو وخينا متيلنجو trouble ين problems.
Yeah. والدكتور هيد باسم تقى دا مضيتها أخشي باين مضيين قد كارن بوز جاري اتوالا problem بكمبيوتر خطبر موبايل ديو مع شخنا رابا ومبشرة الدو بلاستيك كبر ديو وبشرة ومبلا قام هاي لا problem ولا شدرتي خا مسج ماري لا I'm so sorry أدخويلا ويعني لمصايا هذه قد أورن أنا خشن آيبار ديو ودلا وأخشى بين مضيين أهبي لسبابه وقد فريسي وسبخينا بلطها وديو موبايل ديو شخنتها وخلتها مبيلة ودخت مرخ شخنتها مبشرتها والكبر ديو تلفون جاري مخروع لأن إنا خينا أن أهوالبت كنيات خاقلين جيدا واعينا إن كل خويا الكل بروبليم القمها إلا مصيلا قال أنا منطي أخلق كل الدنيا قد أخنا جزوتا شي أخ أمتا آتوريتا بيم شتاسن بكلاية وخمغزوية وخكليتن هاي باسمتا دكتور كتاوة دي وتشدرتا مجيبت إشتا شتاسة أخ كوميونيتي ويجيبان خيني شوينا شدرة كتي لشدرة واجبوتا ويديلي أخنا أخ أمتا آتوريتا قالت هاي لين كلياتي إيمن قداها أطرا بيتانا بقياتنا بخاجيبة لما يشيتن لنا أختي هوداي أني جينا استرياي من جنس هودايا دختيخ أخنا إديو يالن بري لخا إنا بنونة أطرا فأني بيتاينا بقياتنا أويما قابي بركت لتولا هوداي وتوخينا جي خيشنا القطلة وبرندارنا وآو ديوا تامت نديل بريشي إيوه مش المانا إنا مدر ليلة قابولو نديل بريشو قمداوقله وآون ويدا للسيف بكت أربي 50 جناتي سب آون الله وندي بريشو توبو بيدو وتاو بقطالة وبزودة بقطالة إنا أول قمر قلة أن دقيقة قمر قلة وقمشا قلة منه وشوق الأبا بدي شارو أختي بدراية بيو بدوا قد ويلا إيه دانا تروانت من وضالا ويلو مخايا دختي ومغزوية تا وقتيل رابا بزودة بركت ما جنات تا وقتيل أهلها وندي الله يعني قم تالق لا الله سو بتاغ بغزاي خاهو للإكنايو تلا باسمت أنا بين مدين لخا يعني قد جو غزايتنا ناشي براقة شولا أخلا قاتن رابا أجزمتها وشي سب أخلا براتي وجورو وبراتو خاشيتا ويانا تاما ويرانا مخدوه قشرة 4 دقيقة قمضانا ويرانا متاما يازي تاما يخيي بوندا يخيي تاما يازي يخلي خخيجي ويازي غدارة البيتش ويرانا مخدوه قشرة ترو انت دي ويكريا الله هما شمدو قشرة يازخ انا يازخ تاما وكل بدي يازخ غدارة يازخ ريشة دو قشرة صالح دي باتاخيتا إلى اوفر باس قد صال دي باتاخيتا قطينا اوري من خوت دي قشرة باي جاي ويرانا من خوت القشرة ويرانا وآون شريالة وريقنا وجاروبة وأخشي قد دخ أرقيوة وناش مبالا بريشة وآني بالراقة ولو بدا ميكا أرقي ومت أهول ويرانا يوخا أهول أن تريما نكسني وبياشا تيتوا ليلا مصايا سوف آجزينا رابا من دايا أهول دي لويتا سبراتا خاشيتا مروقو هل تنطيتا لدانا مرتلا قيقورو مرق براتا أنا مفتو سينا لخ مصايا أخشي أي بارقلة أي مرقلة لا تخمو بدي يعني غزي قمت أهولت إكنايات ويرنا ناشي فاميليز عندي ويالين بالا تاما بقطالة أنخينة هولوكوست سرفايفر 6 مليون دينا بريمين نازيز جو جيرماني ويوروب كله خادنا بريقل من دي قطلة الديقت 6 مليون دينا قطيلة تي اللي جو استراليا بخاية جو استراليا خي باسيمو ديمقراطية اللي بسبارة خاي خيتبتتيا جنسايد لخبتويا الله وبتبايش قطيلة آمن مدري برهيواية سو ريلي أني كل مدياني هنا أجزانا أخ يعني برناشة بزوتها قالت لاقة بالخلار هوايوتها قالت لاقة بالخلي كل أن واده لا باسيمو لا سوداني واخنا قالتها وخدر قولي وقالت شارخ كلياته ولا هوي لنزدوتا ايديو اب بروجرام مثل بليشانا يسنايا هذه خدش بليشان اطراي همزومي وخسبيا خاورتيني شوقله اينا مغزويه وخلياتا قد اخنا درقلي وخ الكل هيوته والكل قطله والكل دن اتاك تهاوي شكلي يداها اطرا اطرا اخوك ما انا يخشون ويل خدشسلاك ليش قل رابا باصلياتي كل اندمستريشنز دي ووايا ويل رابا بدرايه باري هل بتاينا مطاينات خاصه بغزاينا اوبام دي بدوديله ولنا تخمون قد بربيولو قد صخيم قتلوا ينكم دتي الله كل دكت هويا اخشي بايخ امر قاتوخن شمانو برجان مخبه اخنا شي اخدا امتا اطريتها خيان داها اطرا يعني نقروسنا قدا اطرا بري داها اطرا انتي لا بتايلا الكليني فكلن قارد من اوضه على سندخل هو كما سندخل داني دينا مكلوية ان اواده لا خادخ بخكمه مديانه لصباي دينا وايا قارد كلن مغزيخ باشمتا مغزيخ كلياته مغزيخ تخمنيات قد امدي قاد لا قوم سبب لا يط خايمه جو عمره بتاع خمدي بتاعتي الله خايمه جو مدرسه بتاع خمدي بتاعتي الله خايمه جو خاودوته بتاع بتاعتي الله خايمه جو خخلوله بتاعتي الله يعني قم داريلن جدا اهول اكنايوتا ان ناشي دزوتا رهوايه لنا تخمون خينا باسط خيوتا وصلماتوتا دبرناشا من سبب إلى تخمنت السطانة يوريشي وآسطانة ما هي لتخمنياته رابع خربة وآها إلى خربة كل السوسايتي إلى بخايا لخا ومالتيكالتشراليزم من كل إيكتيود من كل توديتا تيود اني تي انا الدواتا قد خي باسيمه خي لين تي قد اوري يدن دوراش ومبقيات وقطله وبرمان واجزياته فقارد اني كل مديان مكريخلو دكتور يطن اتي شيء تلخ تفقيات خينه خبرانا خاراي امرت له سبب مجيبه كارن بوس وبين امر بخلطه بطلابه وقت لمسي لخينا فلطله وانا بجاني تدمنتها ابا يقولهم انا اخوني بامتم يقرا فريدريك والريقرابه هولته وكناياته انا جنايه ايوا من انترنت الدياني اليوم يجي بداون كل قداسه قلته ومريسته الشبرة داها بروجرام اتمريز له خاتن بامتا مريم شملتا شميرا ميديا هيتم باسيم رابط مصيلا برخداها خرزه منطيق مرا وخشن واجسطن ومسج دي وقريت كتابه دي وشدره كليتن اما الدن ناشد داها اطرد بخايا مني وانا دختمرخ دا جنسه وهدايه ان قوميات تيلو الله سو كل بنون منات ام تناطريتا كل شمانه مغبه هايتم باسي مرابه تشميلو خني واخا خرزه بجلدوته تمري اسلام ولا يخاصت ودخل شوري ولا اشتد شارك هذه خينا جارت برقخ دكتور خبرانا خاراي موديناقا كل شمان وبرجان مغبه خرزه دي مريز لن يخاضان رابا كريتا إنك ما أنا نقيته وبخشاوت فقط جارد مغزيخ وكليت الدياني وشجرة الدكتا وجيك ما أنا نقيته وأختي خبرانا خاراي
هل بترابا أنا نقيتها لأن من ديانز إحنا بخايق دوا أطرا المود كوميونيتي إحنا كل إيوه خدانا دي أمرخ إلى مالتي كولتشرال أستراليا جارك لمن شيخ كلياته مواقف رابا أنا نقاينة جو أتخداناته جارك كلن تخمنخ بخبص لاغديت مارا بلكت أول من دي قد ما الله متابع ولا لمن شيخ جو أمرانة جو أتروات خينوية أنا من ديانة سو جارك كلن ليبخ من دنة من ديانة هاوغ بش خيلانة مريزخ لقانا بخبص لاقت أنا من ديانة بجربخ يعني كمت ماسخ قد لهاوي بأرخات بريشة مر وخخلة تخمنتان أنا من ديانة واينة وبتاوي أنا جارك يطغ دخ أنا من ديانة ماسخ احنا نورق جاويا مو بلبخ منه ومو ماسخ اودخ أنا من ديانة لاش شوقخ مودي أرخات بريشة سو خيوتا بتازا لقامة احنا نهلبت بشي مخربة بأول من دي ولا أنا من ديانة يعني قطلويل بخدوك تناشا خيشو وبخمالة يعني أنا من ديانة ويانا وبتاوي يختشي جارك جربخ احنا أطرديا دخ ماسخ اخ سيتيزن سباي دخ ماسخ احنا نهاويلا خا دورجو من دي دخ ماسخ بلخخ من حكمه وانا من ديانه قد بيشي بلكت بصيره قدعتت دخ بلخخ مني مو ماسخ احنا ليبخ مني قد انا من ديانه لهاوي ومو ماسخ ملبخ سو انا نقيتها وقد مغزخ لك ليتن وبسيمة رابا قالوخ عزيزة ديفيد وميقرا فريدريك يطخ رابا الشرشيلان عزيزة فريدريك رابي فريدريك بسمته هاي يقرتا مريم شملته شميرا ميديا سبونسرز كل عودة وكل برجانة دينا بشماية الله نديو هايتون بسيمة رابا وبيوم مدرب تبقى بشاو أخينا موخن
خلد مريا آلها يوم تخشي باللي بيتايا خشي بان آلها رخم الله الليني ويلان سلامت خرزت برختت إيدو كريسمس مولاد مارني شمشيخة وهربيضانتا برختت شيتا خطة بتأودخ تايلان خيكما أرخي منيني بهيبي وبكت بيلا مدمصياني خاتم بمتا مريم شملتا هاي أميني اتأوبين أو مسج ديو يوالي باتا همزة مخام وضالي وبكت خيكما برسول بخيني ويلو منيني خيل مريالة هاي متخوش البداية سطلات أستراليا خاخر زكريا إنا مدري عشتا إيدا وشيتا خدتا وخاديات تكيش بتفات ناشقة منطقة خلق عليني وقالت داها خرزة شميرة المديا بأرخ داها خرزة منطقة خلق عليني كل بنون بناتهم تناطرية بأرف تاخد جهات الدينية هاويتون هشر هاويتون هما شاينا خطوخم ثيخة إيكديتون بشخة يدن داناتا هاويتون مدري هشر صاخوت وصلاماتوت أقا كلهم بطلابه وخماريا بارخلوخن ناطرلوخن وأن قوميات قمضانا خزيه وقومنا ومدري بتقومي إنا قالت هاو خلاني كالغ يباتت كل دنر هواي وكل أن دينا جاروبة مخرويلة خيوت دي يعني مخرويلة شبرو سقلت دن أطروات دينا بنية الدا ديمقراطيوتا ورهطوتا المنتيتا عزيزي هدايوتا يولتلا هونا أطل داروتا في الخنانق ناشي فليطنا الدكتورة ساينتس فليطنا اتلو خسبيطالة ادي درمني ناشي وبسمي ناشي اتلو سبيشالست اتلو كل قصلة ناشي مهيري جابي أطرت إسرائيلية يطيلة أمته هديتها إلى دوخته كونتريبيوت وتلا قدوة أطرة اخترابة جهادية مارنا أخنا يدنش أن ودلن رابا شولانة بنيلان ويالم وقملان والناش سباي مقوم خو good community و contribution دي كم community in general إسرائيلية وإلى خلانتا بياشي وخم يقري يفاتت حكمة يفاتت ألما يو كل جيبانه قبل هذا أنا نقيت هاو خشمة good citizens هاو شميانة الحكمة وهاو خرايط سباي أطماس هاو خمنتيان أخ أمتا أطريتا وبنون الدها أطرت إسرائيلية أنا لخ أخينا باين ختمنا آخرزة بشواقوخني يخبشينا بكل من دي المريزة قاتيني أخونا بأمتم يقرأ فريدريك مريم بارخ لخن ناطر روخن خامي لخن سلامة كل ديك ذهبيتم سلامة بشواقوخني يخبشينا والدكتور ويد باسم ترابا وكرم بوش ويد باسم تقشرك يعني بقمنا بوش مشينا
I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fear how precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toil and snares, I have already come, but it was grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home.
إيمانوايلا أكسيدنت اترابا ناشي ليطي متبصلتا قد شكلي اتلا نسيانة بدنا كيسس ات انجري لو و بيالباية قريمخ إن آتن ينكل بتت بيتا خزموخن يطاني اتلوخن بوقارة مخبرون المنيان التلفون 8 أربع شوا وچو 8 تري وچو 5 خا يعني توكن بيت injuryrights.com شمي إلى توني كالغراكس كيام زمن لشان خلية يما